Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I have a show for you tonight. Do not tune away. We're playing Vegas Dreams. It's a great game. It's poker, blackjack, roulette, you name it. But what it sets it apart from other games is there's side stories that can be either positive or negative. You're gonna have to tune in to see. But before we start that, I would like to always give some shout outs. Shout outs to John. Shout outs to Kit Can and Folk Raven Bear. Some of the best subscribers ever. So lucky. And yeah, I hope everybody's doing well in their lives. Shall we get into Vegas Dreams? One of the best games ever. By the way, I got the box right here. Let's read the back. Let's kind of look at the back before. And it says, bring a casino home to your living room. Up to 4 high rollers can play blackjack, roulette, keno, or slot machines. Odds are you're going to love Vegas Dream. There's much more. That's not really that detailed. Doesn't really quite tell you what's going on. This is going to be fun. One of the all-time classic NES games. Really a hidden gem. People don't talk about it. But I remember I borrowed this game from a schoolmate. His name is Clay. And he talked it up. And I brought it home. And just thought it was great. The stories that you have, it was cool. Did we choose the right thing, actually? I'm just gonna, yeah, I think we did. We're all good. Where you would think it would start up with a story. Now we're good. We're good. Let's go win 100. No, it's 20. Let's play it easy. Playing the old blackjack. I also gotta get the pop chat out here. Hey, John Kratz in the house. Don't forget to smash that like button. John Kratz, what's up, buddy? Hey, John, I heard your voice today. You sound awesome, man. Oh man, it was cool hearing your voice. You know, when I saw you at in 8-Bit Eric's room and another room, but you know, I've kind of been just kind of busy today, chilling. I've been mostly just listening, so I've been kind of away from the phone. But I saw you lurking in there from time to time. It's good to have you in my room, John Kratz. I hope you are well, my friend, my digital friend. And John Kratz says, I'm driving, but if I make it home, I'll be back. Yes. Drive safe, John Kratz. That doesn't sound good that he's driving and he's doing that, John. I appreciate it though. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. We all are. We all are the men, aren't we, John? That's the truth. You know, when I was younger, it's like you know, I would judge people and then I wouldn't get to know them. And I missed out on some pretty cool people, but you know, with like the powers of technology and YouTube, you get to experience such a diverse array of people, and all of them are really fun to experience. Very unique, and I love the time we live in so much. I hope everybody's just enjoying the time that we live in. It's really a blessing. I know it can be overwhelming with the technology, but man, it's really great. We only got one life. We're still playing our first hand. Okay. I got to... Let's hit. We're hitting. 14, let's hit again. We're living on the wild side. Oh... Yeah, don't worry, John. Don't worry, bro. I'll try to read what's on your mind. Actually, I was rated very high in in ESP. I can read people's minds, John. That's what I'm saying. I know, John, you think I'm probably BSing you, but I'm not. It's the truth. It's the truth. I did a lot of university experiments. That's how I actually made my way through the university. Just doing a lot of experiments, drugs, what's not, whatever they would, you know, pay me for. And one of them was the ESP. It also involved electricity, high doses. But yeah, I can read people's minds. We'll do a test later. It'll be interesting. Have you ever played Vegas Dream? It is a hidden gem that people do not talk about. Okay, let's hit. We're hitting. Yes. Oh, we're going to stand. We're living on the wild side. That's not really wild standing, but we hopefully beat him. Yes, we won. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, we are making money hand over fist. Why can't it be like this in real life? Let's try. I wish I could do the bet quicker. Oh, really? Well, here's the cover. Man, you're driving right now? Oh, John. Living on the wild side. Hopefully you don't wake up in a Vegas dream, brother. Drive safe. It's nighttime right now, too. It's like double dangerous, man. Double danger. Unless you're wearing some type of futuristic glass. I envision John Kratz being from the future, really. If anybody I know is from the future, it's John Kratz. You probably have like a visor, like a Geordie LaForge visor. No, we gotta stand on this one. Yes! Lady Luck. Yes. Oh, this feels so good. Let's go. Let's go. Big money. I wish I could go increase my bet faster, but I cannot. Let's do it manually, like. Alright, here we go. Oh. So what have I been doing in my life? Is everybody wondering that? I have been on vacation. I went up to Portland at a wedding. It was a good time. I got to do a lot of thrifting at the Goodwills. We went to the Portland Outlet Goodwill, and it was one crazy time. It was one of the best times I've ever had thrifting. It was like this giant like arena, like gladiator arena, like but Goodwill style, like bins everywhere. And people were bringing their lunches in because they were like staying hours there, like, and it was just like it smelled like sweat. People were just like scavenging through stuff, like, and like they'd bring out bins, and like you'd have to stand behind the line. You couldn't touch the bin until they like said go, and they went go, and people just throw you out of the way, and they're just going through like these closed bins. But then they had other bins that wasn't quite like that, and you could just go through them at your leisure. And they would have just all kinds of stuff. Some bins would have more electronics. Some bins were just all books. Some bins were VHS movies. By the way, John Kratz, if you're still watching, bro, look, I got this movie right here. Demon Wind, VHS. VHS, bro. VHS. Becky, VHS. Good to see you in the chat. Becky Canty, hiya. This game is good. She's heard the news, but this is a uncommon VHS, worth a little bit of money. I found it right there. I also found like a board game, a sweet board game. Later this weekend, I found that turtle van behind me. I just had one hell of a time. That was some of what I've been up to. Like to keep the fandom in touch. No, I don't know why I just pressed hit. I wasn't paying attention. The worst play in my life. That's alright, because they lost too. Oh, Mr. Bob. You look so kind. So I just had to talk to you. Well, you see, my mother's sick, and this is the only thing that my father left me. Will you buy it from me? See, this is where the game gets interesting. These side stories. What do we choose? Do we choose A? Do we choose B? A is yes. Buy it from her. 500 bones. B is no. You know, this could sink us early on in the game. Especially with that $100 I just blew. But I have a feeling she has a kind face. I'm going to go with A. Oh, now it's going to go to a news report. Here it says, here's the news, sonny. The watch that was bought by Mr. Bob last night was been identified as stolen merchandise. Therefore, Mrs. Bob's watch will be confiscated by the police. Dang. She got me. And that's how it goes in the Vegas Dream. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have trusted her. Now we gotta play very, oh man, conservatively, for sure. Cause this is not good. All right. Okay. Oh, I know how to move it faster now. Never mind. All right, let's bet high money, big money. Ooh, I like this. I like this. This is good. My old blackjack teacher told me this is one of the best hands you can have. All right. Let's hit. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's stand by me. Oh yeah, we won. We won. We won. We won. We're on the comeback trail. All right, we're up to 318. Let's put 100 down bet. Let's do 100 minimums here. 100 minimums, folks. We're doing it live. All right, we got 2 deuces. 2 deuces, 2 deuces. What should we do? Should we split them? Split them. All right. All right. I think I'll hit. Oh, crapola. That was shitty. Oh, excuse my English there. Well, we'll hit on this one for sure. Yeah, we'll stand. We'll stand. We'll win for sure. They served as a bad hand. Duh. If you're just tuning in, hello everybody. Welcome to the best show on earth. Not the best show on earth. The best show in the universe. Just be warned, if you watch this live stream, you may spontaneously combust at any moment because it's on fire. I am not joking. Alright, $100 down to play the game, ladies and gentlemen. Guess what we just got? We got that BJ, baby. We got that BJ. And we're talking that good BJ. Not that letdown BJ that your wife promises you that never happens. We're talking the BJ, that blackjack, that 21. Okay. We're building the funds. Should we go? No, let's just keep the rule. 100 bet. 100 bet. Here we go. King, 2. We're doing 12. Oh, this is the crap. That's like one of the worst hands you can possibly get. Dang it. I don't know what to do. Let's hit. Oh, I just know it's going to go over. Yeah, I know it. Becky Canty says, haha. Yeah, I know you probably relate, Becky. Tell me, Becky. Are you married? Would you ever do something like that to your husband? Oh, Miss What kind of voice should I do for him? Mr. Bob, sorry to bother you, but there is a phone call for you, sir. Do you wish to answer it? Hell yes. I'll show you the way. This way. Oh, I'm gonna get beat up. Damn it. Oh, last night in the hall of the hotel, a chandelier fell on one of the guests. Ow! I knew it was going to be me. And it was me. Mr. Bob was seriously injured. The hospital bill is reported to be $200. That's 2 bets. Man. Gosh. I thought that was so harmless, you know? And did I get the call? Did they take a message? Who was on the phone? Oh, I didn't even get to the phone. That's the Vegas dream. Oh, so much going down in one night of gambling. WTF, everybody. Jeez. They do it to you hard. Should we do the bet? Ah, we were doing so well, and I got hit by a chandelier. You would think they would pay me money for getting hit by a chandelier. What's going on there? Alright, we got an ace, and we got that 8. I say we standola. Stand. Let's do it. Conservative play. Alright. 17. All day long. Alright. We are, for some reason, we are doing quite well. Except for the chandelier and that lady selling us stolen merchandise. Other than that, we're doing quite well for tonight. Okay, we're going to have to hit. Okay, we're at 15. Ooh, not a good spot to be, but we're going to stand. Oh, well, we weren't going to beat that anyways. So we finally lost a hand, which is... We're on a good roll. Now we're back down. We're on the edge, ladies and gentlemen. Which ain't a good place to be. Oh, look at that. Stand. As long as they don't get 21, we will be victorious. Awesome. Hey, and if you are watching, make sure you hit that thumbs up. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you do that for all the YouTube creators, because it really... The ones you agree with, thumbs up. You can always do the thumbs down. Whatever's in your heart. Hey, folk Raven Bear. Dude. The Raven Bear. What's going on, bro? I loved your video today, man. Oh, gambling. Yes. Next to Wall Street Kid. You know, I've never played Wall Street Kid. I've been playing this, and if you just tuned in, you're missing out on, like, what makes this game so fun is, I've had a chandelier fall on my head, which cost me $200, and I've bought stolen merchandise, which cost me $500. So, I am behind right now, and that's what makes this game fun, is the side stories. We gotta press yes on all the side stories, you know we do. Alright, let's stand. Oh, fuck with Bear. Yeah, that your video was good. I'm thinking Rampage. Oh man, that Rampage was such a good game. You know, sometimes I found myself over the years, you know, playing that game. I would never beat it, but I would play, you know, for maybe like 30 minutes at a go, just like to get a taste of it. It's a good game. Mr. Bob, it was always fun to get to the state that you're in, you know, and depending on what state, it might take a long time, and then you like blacken your state out, boom, 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 you like drop down on the map. Good times, bro. Did you ever play Bubble Bobble, Folk Raven Bear, by the way? Because Bubble Bobble is awesome. Mr. Bob, you look so kind, so I just had to talk to you. Well, you see, my mother is sick, and this is the only thing. Oh, what? No, of course not, lady. Get out of here. Oh, it would have been $5,000. I should have read that. So anyways, it said that that watch that I just could have bought was worth $5,000 at auction, and I just passed it up. Gas. Dang, I should have pressed yes. Next time. Folk Ravenberry, you're joking about Bubble Bob, right? Hey, no. I also played that with the same friend when I was younger. The same friend that I beat Rampage with. Because his parents periodically would come visit my parents for the night. And they came over. And we played Bubble Bobble. We rented it one night. Because, you know, when you go to the rental store back in the day, you can always get your pick. It was what was there that night. And we got Bubble Bobble. And it's actually a real good game for 2 players. I'm going to stand. 17 standing. And yeah, we beat it. There's actually 2 endings. I remember we got the good ending. Oh, yeah, my friend. Yes. One of the greats. Bubble Bobble. We should play it sometime. Alright, we won that one. So, Becky Candy says, you didn't get very far on Bubble Bobble. Fun game to play. What are you talking about? Alright, next live stream, I'm doing Bubble Bobble. That's all it is to it. I'm going to get a guest. I have to get a guest, and we're going to play 2-player Bubble Bobble. Boom, next time. Okay, what are we going to do? 8 and a 5. Let's hit. Oh, living on the wild side. Let's stand. Whew. 15. Folk Ravenberry says, go watch the first few minutes of my Land of Illusion video to find out what I think of Bubble Bobble. Oh, I think, despite the few words you've had to say about it, you do not think kindly, sir. But that's okay. Because I don't want to mess with you because your wizard powers are very, very powerful. And I don't want to mess with such a powerful wizard. I would be a fool. So... Hey, when did your dog learn how to play games? That's the question we should be asking tonight, Folk Ravenberry. And how did you train the dog? Or did the dog just know inherently? It is a gifted dog, nonetheless. But, or let's bet right quick. We're gonna play. Okay, this is the last time playing blackjack. Then we're gonna switch it up. Oh, Jack. Oh, we're standing. Babouche. Folk Ravenberry says I have a Bubble Bobble tattoo. Really? You have a Bubble tattoo? No, you're joking, dude. I'll have to go watch the video. I'm gonna write it down right now because I am gonna forget, dude. And by the way, if you're just tuning in, I got the Vegas Dream for the NES right here. It's actually a very common game, not worth much, but it's worth a lot in my heart. One of my top Nintendo games, probably top 20 list. Vegas Dreams. I'll write it down. So, where was that? Okay, Land of Illusion video. The Land of Illusion video. I'm gonna go check out. And we're gonna get to the bottom of this. I'm not gonna go check it out right now, of course, but it's marked down. Hey, I look forward to it, good sir. Oh yes. By the way, I'm writing with this pen right here. It's a Deluxe Micro Uniball. Best pen ever. Swear. Folk Ravenberry. Oh, I went thrifting. I don't know if you were listening. Oh, I had such a good time thrifting this week. We went to like one where you pay by the pound. I don't know if I even said that the first time when I was talking about it, but you pay by the pound. We filled up a grocery cart full of stuff. We paid like $50. I got books. I got Calvin and Hobbes. Yes, I got Calvin and Hobbes. Something under the bed is drooling. Oh, I got other books. Oh, and I got Demon Wind. Folk Ravenberry, I got Demon Wind. VHS tape. Uncommon. I got other VHS tapes too. Dick Tracy. I got Spider-Man. Oh, what? Spider-Man? Spider-Man, the Return of the Green Goblin. Ooh, Spider-Man. Spider. Oh, I should be playing this. Or I should be doing whatever I do. It's my life here. The game is just a backdrop. Okay, 9 and 8. 17 stand. Yes, sir. Oh, what? Show comment. Folk Raven Bear says, also check out my Dinosaur Tea Party video. And you have a wink. So I don't know about that one. I don't know what that winky means. I also got this cool little thing, Folk Raven Bear. Check it out. It's for Skylanders, but it's like a potion bottle, a blue potion bottle full of potion. And it has the Prince. It has the Prince sign. So it's like Prince power. Blue Prince power. Potion. I got that from Goodwill. Woo! It was awesome. Didn't cost me much at all. Mr. Bob. Mr. Bob, did you know that there is a wonderful show tonight? Oh, no, I didn't know. I thought this was the show, lady. No, silly. I'm talking about another show. A theater show, of course. How about going together? Well, she looks good enough. What do you say, everybody? Let's go to the show. Yes. Oh, that's great. You mean you'll escort me? Oh, she's trying to trap me. So get this, everybody, if you're listening. So if you're trying to get like a prostitute, ask the prostitute to show you the genitals, because a cop cannot by law show you their genitals. That's how you know if it's a cop or not. I just heard that on a YouTube video, man. It's crazy. It was like real crime stories. We'll talk about it later. Or what? Oh, that's great. Oh, what's gonna happen? Let's go. It's already beginning. Dude, I like this show. Let's just take it in. Let's take it in and read what Folk Ravenbear says. He says, thank pink-haired homewrecker. She knows you're married. Oh, I had all those Calvin Hall collections. I went thrifting last weekend too. Spent like $30 to restart my pit stuff, including 4 new cast iron pans. Cool, dude. Yeah, I pretty much cook pretty much exclusively on cast iron. I have cast iron Dutch ovens and skillets of all sizes. But yeah, Calvin and Hobbes, kaboosh. I also got a Street Fighter bandana. I got that today from Goodwill. I got a Pokemon mouse pad. I'm using it right now. It's a huge humongous one, dude. I'm scoring big time these days. Dude, I got the Folk Ravenbear. I got the Ninja Turtle van, a vintage one right there. You can see it. I don't know if you're watching or listening, bro, but it's right there. I got that from Goodwill. I got that from the Woodburn Goodwill, though. I got it for like $4. I got it for $4. Vintage. It was just in the toy aisle. I went through and just grabbed it, and I was like, oh, wow. Score. Now I got a vintage. I also got a vintage Usagi, which is the rabbit. The samurai rabbit. So, yeah, man, I'm pumped on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right now. Oh, here in the news, last night there was a theft at the our Palace Hotel. The victim, Mr. Bob. Mr. Bob lost $184. He's a sucker for going with that woman, which was taken during the show. Damn it. We are missing Folk Ravenbear. We just got robbed. Yeah. Folk Ravenbear says, I love cast iron and I take it camping. So if I find them in the thrift store, I will buy and refurbish them. Yeah, just re-season them. It takes a little bit of elbow grease, but it's definitely worth it. Sweet van. I know, man. I'm going to have to do a video on it. Oh, by the way, check this out, too. I'm definitely going to do a video on this. I don't know if you've ever seen this. It says, I looked it up, and they were made from, like, 1977 to, like, early 80s. But it's called a Data Man. I got that at the Goodwill, too. And literally, Folk Ravenbear, we filled up a cart a grocery cart full of stuff: clothes, books, VHS tapes, toys, basketball hoop, this badass basketball hoop for my door, and like, oh man, so much crazy stuff. Clothes. I think I said that. And this data man, and we all pay $50. But in this data man, it's so this is like late 70s, early 80s, and it works. You turn it on and you go like 1 + 1, and you actually it's not a calculator. I'm sure it has a calculator function, but it's actually it's like a training tool. So you actually got to press equals, and then you go 2, and it goes. It doesn't make no noise, but it has a little digital, a blue digital. You can actually see it in the dark. It's like you can see it in the dark. It's lit up, and like it goes like, and it's like a circle. It shows like a circle and a circle and a line and a line, and that lets you know that it's right. But if you do like 1 + like 2 equals like 50, it goes E, and it goes and it has like all these bad symbols, man. And then there's games too. There's games. I got to get into it and look into it, but it's shaped as like a robot too, and it's called the Data Man. And I just found it like in this junk, and I found all kinds of cool junk. I had the greatest time. We went to all different kinds of Goodwills, and I had the greatest time. I found a bunch of Ninja Turtle stuff. So much Ninja Turtle stuff. Cool Ninja Turtle stuff too. Like that vintage van, some piece. Oh, just so much stuff. I had so much fun. Oh, anyways, let's hit one more time. Perfect. Dude, oh, Folk Redbear says Tisk told you not to go with her. Yeah, dang it. She's a tart. She was a tart. Oh, we need to just get out of here. So what do you do? Oh, I don't want to do all in. Let's go game change. Let's go do roulette, baby. Yes. What should we do? Let's just go black or red. Hey, Folk Raven Bear, what are we doing? Black or red? You choose it. Black or red? Black or red, bro. Black or red? You let me know. Tisk, that's cool. Now we gotta get together and do a thrift store video. Dude, I know, man. I would just love to be able to play Bubble Bobble with you. That would be a real easy video to make. Yeah, thrift store video. Yeah, man. Yeah, I shot like a little footage. Not too much. I'm probably just gonna try to make like a real concise kind of pickup video or something. Eventually. Man, I feel like I don't really got much always on black. All right. Isn't that what is it? What movie is that from, man? Where always on black? It's like a Wesley Snipes movie, isn't it? Where he's always on black. He always bets always on black or something like that. Is that ringing a bell? Okay, we're betting. Let's just do. Okay. Okay, here it goes. Bubble Bobble. Will either be Big Game Raid episode 100 or the 1000 special, whatever comes first. Oh, dude, I'll have to check that out for sure. I love Bubble Bobble, man. I scored an Atari Pac-Man like 2600 booklet, like a 2600 Pac-Man booklet. Let me see. Oh man, I'm just this is gonna be kind of like a little pickup video right here since I got all my. Oh, hey, check out this book I got. It's called The Big Book of Search and Find, and it's kind of like a Waldo book, but it seems like it's like from the 70s, like it says 70s artwork. It's kind of falling apart a little bit, but it just has like stuff like this, and it has literally like over like 100 pages, man, like probably a couple hundred pages. It's thick, and it has this like a checkoff list. And you go through, like, the checkoff list is like a kite, like 10 moons, a movie maker, a nose, an owl, a PD, part of a star. And I love stuff like this because I love Waldo. Okay, so Waldo had a beach scene. And literally, check this out. So this is called The Big Book of Search and Find. And this has like a big beach scene. I haven't looked it up or anything. But I just thought it was like real cool because I like books like that, art books. I also got these vintage Garfield book plates, man. You put them inside your book. Enough of that though. Let's play a little bit more. So it looks like we lost, of course. Okay, let's just go 20. We're doing 20. Big money. So James Gruesome, Folk Raven Bear says James Gruesome of XS Gaming Podcast has my old Bubble Bobble arcade machine. I gave it to him when I moved since I couldn't afford to move it. Oh wow, you had a Bubble Bobble arcade machine? What? Dude, I need to check out some of those old, some of your old videos, because you used to be like the folk metal gamer, like way 1,000 years ago. Oh, did we win? Oh, cool. I say we game change. Slot machine, anybody? Let's do, yeah. All in, baby. Yes. No. No. We're doing it all. Pull that lever. So what else I got in him? I also got this art book. It's called Loser Palooza. And it has like some hairy guy. A lot of the artwork is in color and some of it's in black and white. It looked pretty good, and literally, like, these books cost nothing. It's crazy, because you're paying for like the pound or something. So I mean, I guess it costs a little bit. Got Last Action Hero, Dick Tracy, and here's that Atari Pac-Man booklet right here. I thought the artwork in here was pretty cool. Like, you see some of that old school artwork. Catch Me If You Can. Look at that. That's so cool. Man, I'm gonna have to do an Atari 5200 or something episode for sure. Oh, I can only afford so much. Here we go. Big money, big money, big money. Loser Palooza. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Loser Palooza. I don't know if you are or not, but it seemed good, and I was just kind of trying to pick up all like the art books. Like, I got this I got this art book right here. It's called The Smashing. This is all from that Outlook Goodwill. It was such a good time. The Smashing Saxons. Really, you like the 2600 Pac-Man? I heard like with the controller and stuff, it wasn't the best, but yeah, I'll have to check it out. Jungle. I forget. Okay, so this is the Horrible Histories. It says the Smashing Saxons. It's like, kind of gives like a history. And they make up interesting, like, this one is like June 23rd, which is my birthday, June 23rd. It says a Saxon princess who wanted to become a nun but had to get married. Happily, her husband died. Well, not so happily for him. But would you believe it? She had to take a second husband. She was such a miserable wife, he eventually divorced her and let her get on with her nunning. She gave up fine clothes and wore rough wool, only washed with cold water and caught the plague. Like most plague victims, she had a dirty, great lump on her neck. She said, This is God's punishment because I once wore a rich necklace there. Suck. And she died. When her coffin was opened 16 years after her death, the lump on her neck was gone. She became the saint of people with sore throats. Celebrate by washing your wool shirt in cold water, throwing away your necklaces, and marrying twice. And that's Saint Etheldra, born in the early 1600s. So I don't know if that's like a real saint, but it's probably you know. But the story is definitely pretty funny. I don't know. It seems funny. I'm gonna read the hell out of this. Life is good. I also got a John Krakauer book. If you like John Krakauer. What's Kino? Oh, you got pick the numbers on that one, huh? Oh, you know what? Folk Raven Merit, let's actually switch up the game, bro. I'm crazy like that. Let's open another game. Open another game. What game should we play? What game should we play? I have, you know, I'm gonna play Bubble Bobble 2 because it's a one-player game. I'm gonna say Bubble Bobble 1. Kaboosh. There we have it. One player. Oh, I love these little characters. Bubbles. I hope heaven's full of bubbles. That's so cool that you had an arcade cabinet. You know, I always thought it would be cool to, you can make your own arcade cabinet. You know, I was wondering if you could hook a like a Raspberry Pi up to a like maybe like an old CRT TV or something like that. And if you're any good with wood, like it'd be easy to make a cabinet. To cut it out with like a jigsaw, like glue it together, it'd be pretty easy. Yeah, Bubble Bobble 2. It is a little expensive. I can't remember, did I ever have this game? No, I had Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers 2. I had a few expensive games at one time. You know, I felt kind of weird. Like having such expensive Nintendo games. I had to sell most of them. I just kind of kept like my nostalgic games. I didn't want to keep games just because they were worth a lot of money. This is Bubble Bobble is definitely on my top Nintendo lists. I'll name off a few others. We got Legend of Zelda, of course. I like RC Pro-Am. I like ice hockey. I like Tecmo Bowl. I like Tecmo Bowl more than the Super Tecmo Bowl. I don't know why. I think it's just more fun. I like playing with Bo Jackson. It's a good one. I also like Double Dribble. I know a lot of people, you know, might not think it's a good basketball simulation. But I don't think it's supposed to be an exact basketball simulation. It's Double Dribble. If you catch my drift. If you catch my dribble. Uh-oh. If you catch my dribble, you know what I mean. But I remember just bombing like threes on that game. Woo! Kaboosh! And the crowd would go wild. Golf. I like golf. I think there's a lot of skill involved with that game. Dr. Mario. Of course, Dr. Mario. Dr. Mario, one of the oh, I got hit. One of the all-time great games. You know, Tetris is good, but Dr. Mario's equal classic. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, for sure. What are the hidden gems I'm not thinking about? Let's get this heart. It looks like a heart. Like a disgusting real heart, though. Like something you get from like a butcher or something. You know, something like a butcher would cut out of a pig chest. Why is that in this game? They're usually cutesy graphics, but you know, that's like a butcher heart, a pig heart. I'm not liking this. Let's get this timed out right, folks. Flame, whoa! Okay, we can be right here. Oh no, did I get hit? Oh crap! I need to stream again soon. Any suggestions? Oh, so okay, suggestions for your stream, bro. Well, you like the Sega Master System. Do they have Karnov on the Sega Master System? And have you played Karnov? Because Karnov is an awesome game. Oh, it's just that. Why is this so hard? It's just hard for me. It's not hard for a normal person. Oh, you gotta jump. Alright, we finally got it figured out, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. Here we go, here we go. Oh, I got hit again. No, but I have it on NES. Yeah, Karnov's a good one. But still, that doesn't solve our problems. You know, I'm not the biggest... I would just think of like, yeah, let me think some more. That's definitely a good one, though. Like, I don't know if you're open to playing something like that. Karnov's pretty cool. So, the story behind Karnov is he's like a Russian... Damn it. He's like a Russian carnival worker or something. Talent, I guess you'd say. He's a carnival talent. And he spits flames from his mouth. Probably because from all the vodka that the Russians drink, isn't... I wonder if that's what they meant by that. Because the Russians drink a lot of the Ruski. Dang. Did I just give up on this game? So I don't, you know, the boss level is cool. I like this boss level. Why is it so hard? We got it. There we go. Kaboosh. Oh, God, this again. Oh, this ain't looking good. I might have to just do the original Bubble Bobble. I remember it being much easier than this. Yeah, I'm doing it. I don't need anything that stresses old Bob out. Let's see here. I don't like to look bad. Even worse than I already do. Breakthrough. Oh, let's do that one game. What is that game? City Connection. Let's play City Connection. Oh, yes. Success. We got it, folks. I streamed... Use the bubbles to jump up. Ah, see, I didn't even know the whole technique. That's all right. We're on to a new... thank you, though, for sharing that, my friend. You always... You very wise, my friend. You very wise. Yes, you are. Okay. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise. Here we go. It's very wise. I've been thinking about Aladdin a lot as of late. In like the original Aladdin cartoon movie. So I think we gotta light up all of this. I'm getting used to the controls, so bear with me. Okay, you're not supposed to hit the cat. I thought you were supposed to hit the cat. But it's pretty much you're just trying to light up all the whole track. Dang. This is a test round. I'm vaguely familiar with this game, so you gotta give me some slack. Yeah, okay, Folk Ravenberry, to get back on, you could play that for the Sega Genesis. That would always be, that's like one of the best games ever. And I was just thinking if you could emulate the Game & Watch, the original Nintendo Game & Watch games, any of those, where they could be good. Or you could just play those on, they have a Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance Game & Watch games where they have pretty much, I think, all the games on there, pretty much. And you can play them. That would be cool, like a Game & Watch, if you like the Game & Watch series. Alright, let's kick some butt. I gotta get good on my turns. Where? I think I do have it on Genesis. Oh, there you go. Aladdin. Arabian Nights. What is? Oh, what? Cat, get out of here. Get out of my dreams. This little car is fast. And that cat is getting in my way. Is there some type of cheat code I can remove that cat? Because it's ruining the game for me. And this is only the first level. This doesn't bode well for old Bob. You know, if live streaming does one thing, like, I love the interaction, but sucking at games really makes me feel like a loser. God dang it. It's alright, though. Because I'm exploring them. These things are old. I'm like a time explorer. Going back in time. Wasting his time playing video games. Oh, good God. Alright, City Connection. I'm gonna have to play that. You know what? Because one thing, too, is like when you're live streaming, like, I swear you use the same part of your brain that you, like, that you're using to think and to talk. And it's tough, man. Okay, Folk Ravenberry says, I have Aladdin and Roar of the Beast. And Little Mermaid, the Genesis version of the Little Mermaid is not good. Genesis version of the Little Mermaid. Yeah, bro. I don't really know much about them. These are all my Genesis games, I think, pretty much. I got 2 up on the wall. I have Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I'm going to have to do a room tour one of these days. I'm really getting serious about that. Just kind of a real short one, though. But, yeah, I got all these games right here. You know, I try to keep my collection small. I don't need, like, a ton of games. Just the games that are important to me. I got Mortal Kombat 2. Vector Man is a real cool game, if you know anything about Vector Man. For the Genesis. I got WF Royal Rumble. Jungle Strike. Judge Dredd is pretty good. Yeah, man. Echo the Dolphin. Cool spot. Ooh-wees. Let's get another. This is the part of the live stream, ladies and gentlemen, where Bob just starts opening random games and plays them. So sit back and relax. Take off your pants. Rub some baby oil on. Soften your skin. 'Cause Bob's gonna make everything okay. Okay, what's so many good games. Oh, Commando. A lot of people shit all over Commando for some reason. Oh, Folk Ravenberry says, laugh out loud. I already did Cool Spot. Never again. Never again. I remember I beat that game. I beat that game when I was a kid. Crushed its soul, man. Took its soul. I took that game's soul, man. And now that game would just beats me, just grinds me into flour, bob flour, man. Bakes me into little bob bread, serves me little kids for lunch. Whoa! Yeah, I don't do well. You know what is the superior game to this? Is that what is it? Guerrilla War? Or what is it? I got it. But it's pretty much like you're playing as Castro, but they switched the names. And Shay. All right, let's save our buddy John. Johnny. When Johnny comes marching home again. When Johnny comes marching home again. When Johnny comes marching home again, we'll all go out and welcome him. No matter what kind of shape he's in. Oh. This game. So the actual arcade Commando game is so much better than the NES port. Just anybody that's watching this. And so if you can actually check that out, I recommend it. The gameplay's much better, graphics much better, sound much better. The whole experience. But this is what I grow up with. All right, Joe. No, Joe. I left you behind. I think you have unlimited ammo. I should just start tossing. Oh, no, I don't have unlimited. Damn it. I'm thinking Jackal all of a sudden. I'm gonna pretend like I'm fighting the Germans right now. You German scum! Ah! Ah! Feels so good just mowing them down, dude. Oh, this ain't good. Alright, we're letting those grenades loose. Eat it. Alright, first level. Posh! Crushed it. Crushed it. Folk Revan Bear. Guerrilla War. Yes, that's the one. That game is if you're playing this kind of game, like a top-down kind of shooter like that, it's the Guerrilla War, I would say, is probably the best one. And then Contra would be like the best side-scrolling, even though they have some kind of top-down-ish levels. But side-scrolling, pseudo kind of 3D-ish. Yeah, Contra. Contra would be a good one. Have you ever streamed Contra? I'm just naming out games here. I hope one of them sticks. Or helps you figure something out here. Broskis. Just trying to help you out. Just trying to help you out there, bro. Call me the butler. I'm here to tie your tie. Give you advice. Make you a cup of coffee. I'm gonna just run past all these clowns. Like, what would you do if you're just in a bunker and a guy just blows past you, you know? You don't even get a shot off at him. Oh, what do you tell your sergeant? You know, I guess not. You wouldn't tell him that much. Oh, these guys aren't doing their job either. They're just running around like idiots. It makes you think. Did anybody watch Star Trek Voyager? I forget the was it like the Dominion? But they're like hooked on drugs. The founders hooked them on oh no, that's Deep Space Nine. But they got hooked on drugs, dude. Because they're like genetically created creatures or some shit like that. The founders created them, and they created them so they needed a drug. And the founders are the only ones that could produce the drug. Oh man, it was so crazy. And it was called like the White or something like that. And they would do anything for it. They would kill for it. Man, these guys are relentless. Hashtag relentless. Oh, Jesus. I need to get him a grenade. Kapash! Out of grenade, Sarge. Just run past them, Bob. Like I told ya. Forrest. Just promise me one thing, Forrest. If you get in trouble, just run, Forrest. Run. All right, Jenny. I'll run. Run, Forrest. Oh, we made it back to the... Man, these guys are coming out of the cliffs. Hey, you jumping scum. Ah! Gosh. What? I'm awful at Contra. Yeah, I can beat it. Contra's also a good one to have a friend play, but it has so many cool 80s references like Alien, and they have like pretty cool bosses. This really is a cool game. It's not... Contra is like not one of those hyped up games. It like really is like super good. You know, for an 8-bit game, it's like one of the best. Alright, this got tough. We gotta get serious. I'm gonna seriously kick this ass. These jumping asses. And then I'm gonna read what Folk Ravenberry's been saying and comment thoughtfully. I gotta get him out of these caves. Oh, he gave... No, oh, I was gonna kill him. I didn't want to take us... Alright, we got it. We beat it! Broke the second area. Now smoke a cigarette. Oh, that's an awesome screen. Look at that, Folk Ravenberry. He's smoking a cigarette. We're making it. Kaboosh. Alright, wasted one of my grenades. Damn it. I wish I could destroy these villagers' huts and all their possessions within. Just really bring the local population to their knees, you know? Because you gotta be savage. War is savage. Oh, gotta take a little break. I've been, oh yeah, the Dominion DS9. Oh man, that, you know, Deep Space Nine. Oh, Folk Ravenbear. I hope you're still listening, bro, because I need to tell you a little something about old Bob, alright? Bob is a huge Deep Space Nine fan. When I was a fire lookout, I had like one of those old Nokia phones, and I could get the basic internet on it, and I would read the scripts. I actually found a website that had like all the Star Trek scripts, and so you could just read what people were saying, and you could read like a whole episode in 20 minutes. And I read every single Deep Space Nine episode from the first to the last, and it was addictive. It was addictive. I recommend, if you do Deep Space Nine, read it. Just read the scripts. You'll blaze through it. In 60 minutes you could read 3 episodes, and it's reading, so it's like a lot. It's in your mind. It's reading's awesome, of course, for the emote imagination. Reading's always, not always, but usually preferable to movies. Some movies, it's always cool to see the spectacle. But for stories, I think, of course, reading is always going to be able to flesh out more. Can tell more, As a device, it just, words can say a lot. But so can film. Yeah. Deep Space Nine. Okay, so you're a Deep Space Nine fan. Yeah, me too. They have a couple stinker episodes, like where I didn't like the episodes where Cisco becomes like a mental case detective or something like that. He goes back in time and he's like, "Oh, we lost. Crap." I didn't like those, where he goes back in time and he's scribbling on paper. He's writing crazy notes. I didn't like that. I didn't like that part of Deep Space Nine, but I did like everything else. Odo, I love Odo. Odo is pretty much one of the most badass characters, I think. The shapeshifter. Who wouldn't want to be a shapeshifter? But he's an outcast. Oh, good God. Feel sorry for. All right, open ROM. Let's play another one. I'm feeling pretty good. It's 11:27 p.m. where I'm living, Pacific Standard Time. That's Oregon town. If you're just tuning in, God bless you. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. My name is Bob. And I will tell you this. I love you. I hope to be your friend. Blaster Master. Blaster Master's a good one. Hey, you play a Star Trek game. You know, there really aren't good Star Trek games, but you can play DS9 on Sega Genesis for sure. Okay, we just played. I thought Vegas Dream was going to last a little longer, but of course, I died. I'm pretty good at Donkey Kong. I'm gonna move on though. I'm reading ROMs out. I'm looking at a ROM list right now, just so people know what I'm doing. Elevator action. Oh snap! Should I do elevator action? I shall. This might be the last game of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Folk Raven Bear says DS9 has Odo and Brian, who both kicked ass, and then they introduced Worf later on. Not to mention Kira and Dax were awesome too. They've had the most badass crew for sure. Yeah, Worf, it really is one of those the cool ass. Oh crap! Am I playing? No. Okay. Worf is like, yeah, that badass Klingon. Yeah, he probably resonates. He always resonated with me because he was like the honorable guy, and he was like the tough warrior. I'm sure he resonates with like a lot of males. Yeah, Brian, he was pretty cool. I can never figure out if he was like a chief. Like I think he's like an officer. Right, he's not like enlisted, but he's called chief. And that can always kind of confuse me. Gotcha, sucker. I always thought his wife was hot too. Chief O'Brien's wife, dude. And then I was watching that one episode lately. Yes, man. Oh yeah, the episode where it was like his wife and Whoopi Goldberg, dude, and Guinan, and I think man, I can't. When I'm put on the spot, I always forget the names. But she was the Bajoran like rebel. I think she left. She was always kind of like a hard ass, but they all got shrunk down to like little girls. They turned into little girls, yeah. And she was married to Chief O'Brien, and so she goes home to him, and they're married and shit. And I'm thinking like, well, isn't this interesting, huh? You know, what do they do when they go to bed? You know what I mean? What happens when Chief O'Brien gets a little boner, you know? Is he gonna do what I think he's gonna do? And would it be illegal? It's his wife. And I don't know. So many interesting questions that episode brought up. I don't know. Did you ever think about the transporter paradox, Folk Raven Bear? So first off, before I talk about the transporter paradox, I'm gonna read what you just wrote. Okay, can you find the unreleased Star Trek V NES game? Can I? No way, dude. I'm not really good at that kind of like finding obscure shit. Sounds like Virus City. That's what that sounds like. Klingon Space Vikings. I don't quite know what you're referring to, but I like the sound of Klingon Space Vikings. I know Shakespeare sounds best in its native Klingon. Phil Gravenbear says, O'Brien is enlisted. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. He is enlisted. Yeah, it was always kind of confusing, you know, because he's a chief petty officer. It's only stated like once, though. Yeah, I was always trying to figure that out, but he seemed like an officer. You know, because he's always with the bridge crew and shit. And does he even? Yeah, it's like, does he even take? No, the chief engineer, isn't he like on a ship? I'm thinking like, because I was in the Navy. I think the chief engineer. I think he was an officer. I don't freaking know, man. Anyway, I don't want. It just hurts my mind to think about Klingons or space Vikings. Yeah, dude, they are space Vikings. Klingons are pretty badass. You know, they got soft though, man. They got a little softer. They were space Vikings like when Kirk. And then early in the Star Trek movies, they were portrayed like more like space Vikings. But in TNG, they were more like more allies. They were kind of barbaric, unrefined. But I think they lost some of their Viking myths, because Viking myths, suggests like conquering, and it didn't seem like the Klingons were doing much conquering. It seems like they had pretty much like space boundaries by then, and like pretty much like the a lot of the different solar systems already carved up and had them dispensed throughout the different states or whatever of the Federation. And whatnot. Okay, what are you saying? Folk Ravenberg, Klingons are space. O'Brien was a highly decorated war hero, so he would get some mad respect. Yeah, yeah. What was that one where he like goes undercover or something as like he has to like arrest like his own dude, like his own like dude he gets close with, and he's like, "You betrayed me." I can't remember the episode all the way, but there's so many good ones, man. Yeah, O'Brien was yeah, he's like a down-to-earth kind of dude, and I think that was part of his appeal, too. It's that Irishness. And I liked how him and Bashir would always play darts. Yeah, they had, like, really good banter. Him and Bashir had, like, really good banter, man. And they'd go on the holodecks and always do, like, interesting things on the holodecks. Alright, we got the package. Yo, I love Deep Space Nine. I wish I had, like, no responsibilities. I just would sit around watching Deep Space Nine and playing video games. Probably a little bit. I would do a lot of other stuff, too. But that'd get probably boring after a while. I'd probably start to feel sick. I'm trying to go in here. Here we go. Remember I had these Star Trek models. It was like a pack of 3. It was a Ferengi model, a Klingon model, and then a Romulan model. And they were kind of like, like, I don't know, 5 inches or so. They're pretty cool. I wish I still had them. Remember I painted them all up. The Ferengi were pretty bad. So you know what? The Ferengi are definitely one of my favorite races. I like how they're all about profit. I love how different races in Star Trek kind of symbolize different characteristics, like human characteristics. And like the Ferengi symbolize greed. And like when they first in TNG, when they first met the Ferengi, like the Ferengi were crazy, dude. They had like those whips, like, which seems like very ineffective, you would think. Like, why wouldn't you just use a phaser? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna press pause so I don't get shot. It says, yes. Folk Raven Bear says, remember the episode where Quark assembles a team of Ferengi to save his mom? Yeah, dude. Like the Grand Nagus, and that was a cool storyline, man. Yeah, his mom was like a rebel, man. She was like true OG. She was like making profit and shit. She was making all kinds of profit, like shitting all over Quark's dad, like making crazy profit. She wearing clothes. The nerve. She wore clothes. And then she hooked up with the Nagus, the Nagus, the Grand Nagus. And she was like, they were doing the Ferengi do. She was giving Uswa or whatever. What is it where they tickle the lobes? The lobes, dude. Oh man. The Ferengi were meant to be the main villains of TNG, but people didn't like them, so they were replaced with the Borg. Well, the Borg were just so much better, anyways. Jeez. Yeah, the Borg. I remember every single one of those Borg episodes. Like when they would come out on TV, it was just crazy. It was crazy. It was novel at the time. The Borg, and wow, like just imagine like they were actually showing that on TV for free back in the day. You know, like people are watching stuff with antennas. I was watching that on antenna. I watched Star Trek on an antenna. I remember seeing like that Borg episode, the 2-part Borg episode. Oh, and like you'd watch it, and then it was like the next Thursday when it would come out or something like that. I think it was like a Thursday. I think Star Trek Night was like a Thursday or something like that, if I remember right. Oh, yeah. So I have lots of Star Trek toys. Folk Raven Bear says. I have like a Star Trek ornament of Spock. I have a Star Trek puzzle. And I think that's all I got of Star Trek. And a lot of Star Trek memories, which are the most important. Yeah, Star Trek toys sound cool, man. That's like another rabbit hole I don't know if I want to go down. If I find those at Goodwill, though, I would gladly buy them. Seems like I already get into collecting so many different toy lines right now. You know, I just love finding stuff at Goodwill, man. So fun. We gotta get this red door. My mom used to have nightmares about the Borg. Yeah, I could see. Because they symbolize technology, too. And, you know, it's like, oh, man. It's terrifying. They're terrifying. Being, like, out of control. Fused, no longer human, being out of control. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of the Borg. It's more like the technology is using the organic side, it seemed like. It wasn't really like the organic side was like benefiting. I mean, it was in the sense that it got to continue, but it wasn't. It definitely wasn't like emotionally nurturing, you know, for these organisms, their physical body. It seemed like it was mostly they were just vessels for the computer program to keep the computer hive mind going. And so that's kind of unfortunate. If you think about it like that. Because nobody wanted to become Borg. You know, it was not a very savory idea. Hey, we made it. The Borg. That'd be a cool game to play as the Borg, and you fly around the solar system trying to take everybody out, and like the Federation, Klingons, and Romulans are all fighting you. Oh crap, I just hopped right off there. Oh, and it's a game over. Jesus. Folk Ravenbear says, you ever read any of the Star Trek novels? The TNG X-Men crossover is surprisingly good, and IQ was great. No, I haven't. You know, when I was reading the Star Trek scripts, I actually read a lot of the TNG scripts too. I just didn't read like from start to finish, because I have watched the hell out of TNG. I just read all the DS9, but I was looking in some DS9 books, but then, you know, life comes up. I was getting other stuff. But yeah, definitely some of the books are pretty renowned for being pretty good, and definitely something I could get into if I ever get back into reading a lot. Seems like I don't get a chance to read that often. I got a comic book, though, that I want to check out. I got that TMNT vs. Batman. I wanted to check that out because there's a movie coming out soon, TMNT animated vs. Batman. I was kind of interested in watching that. I'm also going to be checking out that Godzilla this Thursday. I think it's... No, not this Thursday. I'm not going to check it out. I am not going to watch anything on it until I think I'm going to go probably Saturday. I'm going on a vacation. Well, not talking too much about it, but yeah, this Saturday, going to be going to it. It's going to be badass. Going to see Godzilla. I'm actually looking forward to it. Haven't really been like the hugest Godzilla fan in my life, but I'm liking the idea of Godzilla more and more. Yeah, yeah. Well, I want to watch it, and so I thought I would too. I don't know if it's out right now. I think it's coming out in the next few days. Or it might already be out for, yeah, it probably is already out. I think on a DVD though. I think it's coming out in the next few days. And so I plan on eventually getting on DVD. And so I wanted to read the comic book before I watch the movie, my boy. That's kind of what I was getting to. Should we play this game again, or let's play another one here. Open ROM here. I like mixing it up. Alien. Oh, that seems like crazy. Airwolf was a good show. I don't remember too much of it. I just remember being a badass show when I was growing up, like a little kid. I had like a little die-cast Airwolf helicopter. It was awesome. Yeah, Folk Raven Bear, bro. Dude, I am so happy, Folk Raven Bear. I want to tell you, man. I met you on the internet. You're like a pen pal, man. You're like a digital pen pal, dude. And I have so much fun with you. Yeah, man. It's just it's so cool. Technology is so cool. Glad I found you. I hope I get a. I've met actually a couple handfuls of other cool people, but I'm especially happy I met you. You motivate me when it comes to my YouTube videos. Like when I see your your progression from folk metal gamer to where you are now. It's fun. It's fun. And it's fun to hear your stories as you progress. Life is good, my friend. We're finding a game here. And I didn't want to get too sentimental all over you, dude. I'm sorry, dude, about that, man. Good. Go scrub yourself. Throw the powder, and have someone like scrub you with the big brush, like sentimentality. And they're spraying you with hose, like getting you with the brush, cleaning you off there. Clean off the ickiness. We're finding a ROM here. Yeah, dude. Yeah, my voice. I'm gonna do a better voice, man, in the future, man. I'm gonna start. I gotta like find like a good some better voice. Harness better voices. Harness Faria. I'm looking at the ROM Faria. Actually, I had that game. I got it in a trade on Craigslist. I had it for the longest time. I ended up selling it because I never played it. But it was a pretty uncommon game. Flintstones, made the Flintstones. I bought the Jetsons movie today on VHS. I watched a YouTube video on Hanna-Barbera. Very interesting cartoon history, man. At one time they were like 85% market. They had like 85% in the cartoon market. Everything was Hanna-Barbera. Uh-oh, I don't like the sound of this. It sounded like it was going to be a real sad story. Oh, what the? What the? Oh, come on. Fred, let's do it. Do you remember the Flintstone McDonald glasses? Dude, my mom still has all those McDonald's Flintstone glasses. Like they have like bone handles, but it's all glass, but it's like sculpted. It's cool. I sold my Faria. Folk Raven Bear says, I tried to be fun and thanks again for helping with that video. And he says, I sold my Faria to back in the day gamer at Midwest Gaming Classic. Yeah, you gotta do it, bro. You gotta do it. It didn't seem like a game that I was ever gonna have the time to get into. And then you said, I saw the Jetsons movie in theaters as a kid. Well, I got the VHS, and I'm going to be checking it out. And I'm looking forward to it. Uh-oh. What's this? Cartouche. Oh, he got me? How did... That's... I'm not liking these birds. Alright, we got this licked. Don't worry. You know what game would be cool to play? Blackthorn. You should play Blackthorn. That game's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. This game is fun. Yeah, the Flintstones are pretty cool. I don't think the Flintstones are that popular anymore. But they're pretty funny. You know, I think a lot of cartoons are pretty funny. You just have to be like in a happy mood, in a good mood, and when you to watch them, to really get the most out of them. Stop. So cavemen did have the will. There we go. Uh-oh. This guy means business. Double Dragon would be, isn't Double Dragon on the Sega Master System 2-player? That would be cool if, like, you and a buddy, like Twitchy or somebody, you know, got together and played 2-player Double Dragon. That would be fun as hell. 2-player Double Dragon. Because Double Dragon 2 is 2-player, but it has the different kick mechanism, you know. It's not as, some people don't like it. I think you can get used to it, but, you know, it's, I'm gonna... What did you need, Fred? Oh, that little guy. I saw the... Okay, this game is fun. Folk Raven Mare says, and Folk Raven Mare says, it's amazing how many caveman games there are. Yeah, there's BC Tires for the Commodore 64. I played that as a kid. And I remember, like, you had, like, on the Commodore, like, you also had, like, you could play with, like, a joystick. And I remember, like, playing with the joystick with the BC Tires. And you were just, like, on, like, a little, like, unicycle, like a little caveman unicycle. Like, jumping over stuff. And it was pretty cool. That'd be a cool game to, I'm gonna write that down. I need to play BC Tires for Commodore 64. That's gonna be... I need to do a Commodore 64 night. I also, because they had like Sky Fox. That was a good Commodore 64 game. That game was like, blew my mind as a kid. Sky Fox, dude. Alright, let's go kick some ass. Yeah, Sky Fox was like you're inside. It was like an inside cockpit view, and you're just blowing up tanks. You had like a radar, but the graphics were pretty dang good. I think I gotta hold it. There you go. I understand how to do it now. Whoa! We got it. I finally know how to do it. What's Folk Raven Mare say? He says, I used to be able to play 2-player Dungeon Dragon on Master System by myself. Been trying to do it again to do a live stream, but my coordination is off. Dude, I didn't even know that was possible. You just blew my mind. That's craziness, man. What the hell? Are you some type of freak? I feel weird talking to you right now, man. I feel like I'm talking to some freak of nature. And you say you need more practice. Yep, we all do. Pow! We just wasted those guys. Thank God we made it this time. Oh! Ah! Yes, we did it. Oh, crap. I ran right into that dang bird. I was so hyped up, I made the jump. You dang bird. I'm trying to Super Mario 3 it, but I can't. Oh, I thought I would have jumped off. I like this. This game is cool because they're nice when it comes to not jumping off the ledges. Oh, perfect. Can I go down here? I probably okay. The boss is probably coming up a bit. I'm gonna press pause. I'd play it as player 1 holding a controller and player 2 using a joystick, and my feet laugh my ass off. That's crazy, dude. That is ridiculous, man. That's pretty cool, though, man. Uh-oh. We got Puff the Magic Dragon. Oh, man, he's roasting. Dang. I don't know. Fred is so damn slow. I got your number, birds. Oh, I just ran off. What the Good God. Man, should I continue? Where's it? Oh, it started at the beginning? Dang. I'm just going to let this music play, and I'm going to talk for a minute more. Gather my thoughts. Figure my next move. I've been listening to these interviews of Danny Trejo, that Mexican kind of gangster actor. Very interesting to listen to his life story. He was like a professional boxer. Not a professional boxer, but like a very skilled boxer. And he won... he was like bantamweight. He was like really... like 130, 40 pounds or something. And he was fighting at a real lightweight class. And he was killing it in the prison. Like sending fools to the infirmary. And he was saying, like, you give those referees some cigarettes and they'll become your best friend. And because you need the referee on your side. So that tells you a little bit about how fair and biased those fights were. Oh, I would not want to be in the prisons system. So thankful, God. If you are watching, please do not go to the prison system. It'll eat your soul. Oh. To brighter things. Yeah, dude. Folk Ravenberry, let's do that, man. Yeah, I can just record it and then I would love to just throw that up on my channel sometime, or you can do it, or what? That'd be cool, man. I would love to do it. Do it, dude. Do it. Yeah, well, I could do like a rough outline maybe if you want, like just of a few questions. I'm so busy, man. Like, I'm working around my house right now. Like, I'm doing like some landscaping. I'm like digging up all like the side dirt and crap around, like weeds and stuff around my house, and I'm putting bark in and making it look all nice. And then I have all my other like taking care of kids and family, and it's just yeah, a lot of time, man. I've been trying to do like these YouTube videos though, just keep my hobby going. But for sure, dude, the Skype thing, let's get it going, man. Like, if you're into like doing like a calendar thing, maybe like we can like figure out, get like a tentative date down. Everything's always tentative too, bro, because I know, this is this hobby and life takes precedence. But bro, I think it's getting like a little late. It's midnight over here, everybody. The great fandom of Bob Hammerstone. So I'm gonna let everybody get going, and I hope everybody sleeps well tonight. I know I am. I'm gonna go outside and puff on a little of that wizard tobacco, blow my mind a little up, work on my spells, and Yeah, that's about it. I had a lot of fun tonight. Vegas Dream, that was a cool game. I want to go back. You know, we would have done a lot better if it wasn't for all those people taking advantage of us. But that's what they do in Vegas. So, rule number 1 in Vegas, trust only yourself. Rule number 2, have a good time. Rule number 3, whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And wear a condom or a diaphragm. Please, for the love of God. Folk Raven Bear, I got a forced vacation coming up, so I got time. Hey, bro, that sounds good. Forced vacation. That doesn't sound good, though. But vacation sounds good. So, yeah, for sure. We'll have to do something. I need smoke, but we got different tobacco. Yeah. Whoa, I like the sound of different tobaccos. Whoa. Yeah, I like that. You know, one time in high school, I remember my friends, somehow they had like a bunch of mushrooms, and like we were so young, like we smoked like a bowl of mushrooms. we didn't know it wouldn't do anything. It tasted not good either. Oh, kids. But that's enough of that. Hey, you know, I was thinking about, I gotta start telling stories, man. I got, dude, because I've had like a couple seasons as a fire lookout. I thought that'd be cool if I told some fire lookout stories. And dude, I also had, you know, I got stories about when I lived in Pomona, California. And man, I lived in a crazy neighborhood, and there was crazy stuff going on back then. I got shot at in a drive-by shooting. I got stories, bro. And they're all coming soon, everybody. Broskis, Woskis, Yipperinos, Krewski Wooskis. I love you all. Until next time, Bob Hammerstone. Next Wednesday, 10 p.m.ish. I know I'm a horrible 10 p.m.ish. We're coming with the live stream. Beaming straight to your cabeza. That's Spanish for head. Folk, check out Folk Raven Bears, Folk Tales, and Game Raids. Much love to the universe. Onward to infinity and beyond.